similar to phobia, how your phobia was born and how it's going to end. There are 4 elements to this model. The first element is thought. The second is emotion. Next come physiology and then behavior. Let's take an example. Perhaps a 17-year-old girl who has split up with her boyfriend. If everything is working normally, the 4 elements look something like that. Thought: he's gone, okay, let's look for someone new. Emotion: some sadness. Physiology: nothing unusual. And finally behavior: starting to search for another boyfriend. This is the normal way our brain would operate. That's what happens when all 4 elements are in harmony and working properly. But another young lady in a similar situation might respond differently. Her first thought is, I'm worthless. This guy has left me alone, and I will never find true love. I'd better live my life alone. What's all this? It's a thought. Wrong thought. What follows from this? Emotions. In this case, we get depression, sadness, and despair. This affects our physiology. We retreat into our shell, laze around in bed, eating junk food and watching soap operas. That becomes our behavior. And the more chips we eat and the more TV we watch, the fewer endorphins we produce, and the less happy we feel. We feel even more miserable, those negative thoughts and emotions become even more powerful. So, when one of those 4 elements isn't working properly, problems follow. The same happens with aerophobia. When someone suffers from aerophobia, the underpinning thought is, I'm going to die. What emotion does this cause? Fear. What does that to our physical state? Well, all those old and good body responses to fear, tension, breathing heavily, increasing heart rate, sweating, and so on. These unpleasant sensations lead to what kind of behavior? Avoidance. Someone suffering from aerophobia will do anything to avoid flying. It becomes a vicious circle. Each aerophobic idea increases the fear, which prompts greater physical discomfort and greater determination to avoid the whole problem. The chain is unending. To break this vicious circle of behavior, thoughts, and physical reaction, we need to stop avoiding planes. We need to stop sitting in the plane and trying to control its flight. Instead, we need to learn to control our own thoughts and behavior. However, we can't change our emotions. We need to get to a place where our feelings change for themselves. That means controlling the other 3 elements. We can control our thoughts, we can control our body, and we can control our behavior. It's not easy, but it can be done. Right, correct thinking plus missed for now knowledge equals to 50% reduce in your bad feelings during a flight. Change in reflexive body reactions and change in adopted phobic behavior will do for you the rest of the job. We are going to start from the main point, thoughts control. Let's grab a needle and put in like this. You shouldn't do the same, just look at me doing this. Now, just imagine you do the same. Try to feel the feeling of putting gently the needle between your finger and your nail. And now, imagine you strongly and quickly push the needle inside your finger, just between the finger and the nail. Got this feeling? Was it comfortable? I'm sure it was not. And what led to that uncomfortable feeling? You're right, your thoughts and imagination only. More or less, the same happens with you when you fly.